Hello Year 2, welcome to Monday's science video. I hope you like this picture of all of these beautiful different types of animals, because today we are going to be learning all about the basic needs of survival for animals. So your very first task. What are the basic needs for survival of an animal? Can you explain why you have thought of these needs? So have a discussion with someone at home. Basic needs of survival for an animal. Really think about that word, survival. What do animals need to carry on living, to keep existing? Pop me on pause whilst you were doing this. Well done for doing that task. I was certainly considering that animals need food because it gives them energy, and we need that to survive. So, what is the difference between a want and a need? Can you describe this, or maybe even give some examples with someone at home? Pop me on pause again whilst you do this. Well done. Right, let's find out then. So for us humans, wants are things we would like to have, but really do not need. So we've got some different examples here. So for example, we've got a laptop. Laptops are nice to have, but laptops aren't needed to survive. And here we've got the needs section, things we need in order to survive, to keep on living, to carry on existing. And here we've got shelter, we've got water and medicine, lots of different food and clothing. So next up, you have a task. What do animals need to survive? Sort these cards into wants and needs. So you could do this verbally just by pointing and discussing the different wants and needs. Or if not, on Padlet, you might like to print off the task, cut out the different cards and put them into piles. Pop me on pause and I'm going to complete this activity as well. Really well done for completing that activity. Let's go through it together. So I have highlighted all of the different needs in this red highlighter here. Let's find out. So animals certainly need water to keep them hydrated. They need air so that they can breathe. They need food to give them energy, and they need shelter to keep them warm and perhaps keep them dry from hazardous weather. Now, all of the other options are in fact wants. It could be easy to get a bit confused about some of these. So for example, the phone, you might think that animals need to have that contact, be able to contact people over the phone. But years ago, phones didn't exist, as we learnt in history back in autumn term. So although it might seem like a need, it is still actually classed as a want. And that's the same for the car as well. Animals will use their legs to get around, and cars didn't exist, so we had to use legs as a form of transport. So next up, another discussion. Are we, us humans, people, are we animals? If you think we are, what type of animal do you think we are? Have a little discussion and put me on pause. Okay, so we are animals. We are actually classed as mammals. We share similar features to other mammals, such as dogs, because we have fur, well, in our case, hair, all over our bodies to keep us warm. I'd now like you to watch this really interesting BBC video. It's going to tell us more information about what animals need to survive in a bit more detail. So pop me on pause whilst you do this. I hope you enjoyed that video. So to summarise, animals need air, water, shelter and food to survive. Now remember, animals includes us humans as well. Now we'd like you to have a go at learning this fun song, all about the needs of an animal. So click on the link with your adults and enjoy the song. Right, I hope you enjoyed learning that song. We'd now like to make a link to our pole to pole topic. Let's think about, how do penguins survive in Antarctica? What adaptations do penguins have to survive there? So click on the link to watch another video all about the penguins. Well, I certainly found that really interesting. So, penguins keep warm by having a very waterproof outer feather and a dry, downy, warm inner part of the feather. It's a little like having a waterproof jacket with a warm inner layer. And here we can see a very fascinating picture close up of a penguin's coat. Now, what do penguins eat? Let's find out about their diet. There is an attachment on Padlet for you to download, or you can just use this on the screen. So, dinner time. Penguins eat seafood, so food from the sea. Their main diet is fish, though they'll also eat squid, small shrimp-like animals called krill, and crustaceans. If you look closely at a penguin's bill, you'll notice a hook at the end, perfect for grabbing dinner. They also have backward facing bristles on their tongues that help slippery seafood from getting away. Penguins don't live near fresh water, at least none that isn't frozen. Instead, they drink salt water. They have a special gland in their bodies that takes the salt out of the water that they drink and it pushes it out of the grooves from their bill. A handy in-house filtration system. Now, time for an activity. We would like you to draw a picture of a penguin in the middle of your paper. And we know that you are such fantastic artists in year 2. So really take your time to add lots of detail to these pictures. Around the image, we'd like you to write the 4 needs of survival with some examples. So here, just an example, we can see a penguin in the middle, and you might like to write food. Penguins eat, and then list some ideas. Shelter. Penguins need shelter because, and we've got the same for water and air. Pop me on pause whilst you're doing this and enjoy the task. Well done for completing that. We are so looking forward to receiving your work via the Year 2 email address.